They are bumbling idiots. Oh, Gakpo. Oh, mate. Headbutted him square in the eyeball. In a restaurant, just throwing meatballs at people. Mwah, magnifique. Right, hello everybody, welcome back to The Golden Sky. I'm Tom. Liverpool have unbelievably drawn 1-1 at home to Burnley. Yes, drawn. Can you believe it? If you're as mad as I am, this is going to be... what do you even say about that, guys? I mean, I've got my Liverpool kit on as well. I got my brand new home kit that I finally got with the long sleeves. I was waiting for the long sleeves to come out. Shout out to my cousin for helping me get this one. I know you're watching, so thank you very much. I put it on. I thought, Captain Ekitike on fantasy football. I'm thinking this will help. It didn't help, did it? So maybe I'll never wear this ever again for a Liverpool game because that was absolutely shocking. These are the player ratings. So let's get the players on the board who played in the game and also the Muckery Index. Muckery Index today, there wasn't a lot of muckery in that game, I'll be honest. The refs didn't really get involved. The only decision that they really had to make was the penalty, which went for us and was a penalty, if nothing else, but a little bit soft. And the offside goal from Ekitike, which was both offside and a handball. So not much muckery, not much spice to the game. In other words, you could say sour cream and chive was the muckery today. No spice to that game. You're eating sour cream and chive. There's not a lot going on. But let's go with the goalkeeper and let's talk about these players, guys, because for me, that's our worst result of the season by far. The performance is shocking. We're going to talk obviously about each one of them individually. So let's start with Alisson in the goal, who keeps on sticking to this form he has, where every game, at least once, he just kicks the ball straight to a Burnley midfielder, or not a Burnley midfielder, but in this game it was Burnley midfielder, to an opposition midfielder along the ground, under no pressure whatsoever. He's ace at doing that at the minute, Alisson. Look, he can't save the goal. I don't think it's a good strike. It goes under his hand. It would have been an amazing save if he'd have saved it. I don't blame him for the goal. I blame a lot of others for the goal. Don't blame Alisson, really. He makes a great save when Konate goes mad. We'll talk about that in a second, of course. That was a good save. Managed to push it out wide as well, so they couldn't tap in the rebound. Other than that, as you'd expect, playing Burnley, who are by far the worst team in the league. I don't care that they're not bottom. The data tells me, clear as day, they are by far the worst team in the whole league. And we still didn't beat them. Yesterday, if you didn't see on the preview, I announced a new segment on the channel called The Golden Sky Radio Live, TGS Radio Live, where I'm going to go live and talk about whatever topics or games or whatever are sort of relevant. And you guys can actually join the radio channel via Discord and talk to me, ask questions or give your opinions on the topic. An interesting one could be your opinions on should Liverpool sack Slot and bring Alonso in. Maybe we'll go live with that tonight or tomorrow at the very latest. So if you want that, you might see that on the channel. So look out for it. TGS Radio Live. But yes, Alisson, not his fault really, but I wish he'd stop kicking it to the other teams. And we can't play out, and he's part of that. We can't play out. 5 for Alisson today. Frimpong, one of the few who I think can hold the head up high at the end of that game there and say, I really put a shift in, did my best. There's a bit of miscommunication on the Burnley goal. I've only watched it once. I do need to watch it back to see who's really at fault, whether it's him or Konate. But he looks like to me he's making a run down the line. Konate passes it to feet. I don't know if he was too slow for Frimpong or there was just a miscommunication, like I said. Either way, it's shocking. But I don't know if it's his fault, like I said, so I'm not going to factor that in. He's playing right back today, but he was also playing right wing because we played Wirtz right wing, but he was also playing number 10. It's all just very confusing and overcomplicated and strange from our manager. But Frimpong, as we know, when he gets forward, is a threat, and he was a consistent threat in this game. 1-2s with Wirtz, linking up, constantly putting crosses in. I mean, I felt bad for him at the end. He was just isolated one-on-one every time he beats his man, gets a cross in every single time, and nobody ever gets onto it, and it's so frustrating. And I felt bad for him, to be honest. I thought he did well. Had a few shots in the box that were blocked. I mean, what else is there to say? He crossed the ball in, and to be honest, that's what I want my fullbacks to do. He was a threat going forward, but ultimately not enough. I'm going to give him a 7. I think he was okay. Konate, this guy. I mean, at one point today, he went so full rhino, he actually tried to fucking welly the ball in our own goal, and there's no other alternative explanation to what he was trying to do, because what on earth is he actually doing on that cross? This was in our 10-minute period where we let Burnley just get back into the game, which we always do, by the way, for the opposition. We just go dead slow, we slow our tempo right down, way down, and we let the opposition come right back into the game, and they eventually get a goal back, and that's what happened today. And Konate, at one point, not only does he play the lad onside once we give it away, but he then runs back, makes a good recovery run. They cross the ball in. He's got it. He's literally got it. He has to just tap it back to Ali or control it or kick it out for a corner. He just shoots. He just literally goes full rhinoceros and horns it at the goal. Alisson somehow saves it. Literally saved his rhino bacon. It was unbelievable. Not just that, though. Not just that. Like I said, for the goal, the next time the ball went out of play, from that where we almost conceded, we tried to build up again. We couldn't because we're crap at building up. Our midfield isn't brave enough. We don't stand in the right positions. Our centre-backs aren't good enough on the ball, nor is our goalkeeper. We have no plan whatsoever. Couldn't build up against Burnley, by the way. That's a coaching issue, in my opinion. And Konate gets the ball, gives it away, and then doesn't cover the space. It's not just him. But where Marcus Edwards runs, he just runs into that sort of channel on the left-hand side, gets the shot in, they score. On the ball, he's horrendously slow. I mean, he is so slow. It's like time goes backwards, I swear to God. When he gets the ball to when he releases the ball, there's dinosaurs roaming the earth again. Triceratops, Stegosaurus, Ankylosaurus are knocking around in the city of Liverpool by the time he's passed that ball. And I'm not talking about Van Dijk and Joel Matip from 2018. I'm talking about actual real-life dinosaurs. He is the most frustrating player ever. Someone commented the other day when Konate, it was something along the lines of, when he's not making the worst mistakes you've ever seen, he's quite a good defender. That could not sum him up better than that. So whoever that was who commented that, thank you, because that was perfect. 2, dreadful. Van Dijk, equally as dreadful. The only thing Van Dijk didn't do today was shoot at our own goal. That's a positive. Unbelievably, that's something I have to raise for our defenders as something they did well. They didn't actively shoot at our own net. Can you believe what you're hearing, guys? Can you actually believe it? If you went to any other job in the world, imagine if you were a waiter, yeah, or someone at a bar, right? And you were judged on your performance at work by if you didn't throw a beer at somebody or throw food on someone. If you managed not to do that tonight, you did well in comparison to your other colleagues. It's insane. Just walking around in a restaurant, just throwing meatballs at people, just all over the place. That's basically how Konate defends, and Van Dijk's just a little bit better. He's also so slow on the ball, so slow. At times today, it was weird. He'd get past the ball, and he'd like go in some sort of crazed panic, right? Panic at the disco, and just welly it up the pitch. I've not seen him like that before. He'd get past the ball, there'd be a little bit of pressure on him, and he'd be like, oh, Christ, oh, my, shiver me timbers, and he'd just welly it up the pitch. Just pass the ball, Virg, lad. What are you doing? We should change the song, for Van Dijk. Instead of calm as you like, it should be relatively calm until he absolutely shits his kecks as you like. 3. Kerkez. He did fine. He did fine. Unfortunately, once again, he's hamstrung by the fact he's got his good mate Gakpo back out on the left wing, who is like an anti-footballer at this point. Kerkez, the first run he made was around Gakpo, sprinted maybe 40 yards to get around him. Of course, Gakpo completely ignored him. And then the next 2, he didn't even bother. Kerkez, he thought, I'm not running around there again. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him one bit. It's like Gakpo He's non-verbal when Kerkez runs around. He can't speak. He can't hear. He's deaf as a parrot. Like he can't. It's so goddamn frustrating watching Liverpool at the minute. Kerkez does his best. Again, I think he's one of the he wasn't amazing, but he does okay. He makes some good tackles. He has the right level of intensity, which is something you can't say about basically anybody else in the team, except for a few. It frustrates the living daylight out of me how we play so slowly until we desperately need a goal in the last 10 minutes, and then we decide, right, now is the time where we're gonna do things quick. We're gonna not let the other team play out. We're gonna take quick throw-ins. Why don't we just do that from the start? I have no idea. Kerkez, 6. Gravenberch, absolutely awful. I could end the rating there. I honestly could end the rating there. Absolutely awful. Touch, shocking. Just kept running into players all the time. Hasn't got a progressive pass in his body if his life depended on it. I mean, I swear to God. He has not got a creative pass in his body, guys. It doesn't exist in his vocabulary. I watched Barca Real Madrid the other day. I shouldn't have, because it was like watching a different sport, watching Pedri and De Jong play the ball around in midfield. It's a different world. The calmness, the ability they have to control the tempo of a game, the quality on the ball, it's night and day compared to our midfield. Gravenberch, Jones, Szoboszlai. Are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding? He was shocking. For the goal, he's switched off. He doesn't protect anything. He doesn't protect anything. He's about as useful as a bouncer who is blind and doesn't even stand at the door. That's how useful he is. That's how useful he is at protecting anything. He couldn't protect a thing. Awful. Like a waterproof jacket made out of paper. Shocking. 1 or 2. Take your pick. 2. Szoboszlai, not much better. Not much better at all. Just because he's had a good half a season doesn't mean he's immune from criticism, guys. He was rubbish today. Obviously has the penalty. Misses it. Goes left, as always. Misses the ball. Misses the goal. Hits the bar. Hit it too well, if anything. Hits the bar. Should have scored. That obviously would have helped. Had a counter-attack in the first half as well, where we're flying forward. Here we go. And he like stood on the ball and sort of miscontrolled it, and it all ended just immediately, just killed the counter-attack. And not just that, but when he had the ball and the crowd today, you could hear them at one point, they actually started chanting, attack, attack, attack. That is damning. When you start to hear that chant, that's usually a sign that the fans, not just at Liverpool, at any club, are getting pretty sick of what they're watching, and that's usually a bad sign for the manager. And I 100% stand by that. And today, in the first half, he had the ball, and the crowd was roaring him on. You could see they were really trying to push the tempo of the team. Push the tempo. And he's running. They had a few players up the pitch, Burnley, and Szoboszlai, he went dead slow, slowed right down, stopped, let all of Burnley come back. That's what we always love to do, by the way, let the other team come back. And he stood there and he put his arms up as if to say, calm down, everybody, we're going to slow this down. Liverpool, there was a collective groan around Anfield, except from our bald, knobhead manager who's clapping him on the side. Oh my God. Arne Slot, mate. You need to give your head a fresh polish, because it is just turgid football watching that. And if you think that's good, I'm sorry, mate. You are just not the one for us. You're just not. I'm sorry. You're just not. I can't watch that every week. I honestly can't. And so I was like, today, not just when he had the ball, but off the ball, I could see him all the time. He was saying to everybody, slow down, calm down. He's obviously carrying out the instructions of the manager. He shouldn't be. We should be saying, listen, fuck that manager, knobhead 123. He doesn't know what he's doing. Go fast, attack. He was rubbish, Szoboszlai. Let's give him a 3. Somehow he was better than Gravenberch despite the penalty miss. Look, I don't penalise him all that much for penalty miss. It can happen. Jones, I thought, was our best midfielder. That's not at all to say that he played well. Let's not get that confused by any means. He was okay for the first half, where The goal, for example, he does a bit of good work. He crashes the box. That's handy because we never have anyone in the box, ever. Gets onto the loose ball and manages to quickly release it to Wirtz, who then obviously pelts it in the net. We don't score that goal without Jones doing what he did, so I appreciated that from Jones. I thought that was pretty good play. Other than that, though, he is also a victim of this slow, lethargic, tortoise football. In fact, to be honest, I think there's tortoise out there. Is it tortoise or turtles that live for 100 years? I think it's tortoise, right? I don't think turtles make it to 100 very often. Tortoise, you could put a team of 100-year-old tortoise out there, and I'm convinced they would play faster football than us at times. Because Jones, like Gravenberch, like Szoboszlai, too many touches on the ball in the middle, just too many, and not enough of them are good touches. That's another major problem. We'll have all these touches, they'll just be in a circle, round and round, back we go. In the second half, he was dropped back to form that back three build-up with Konate and Van Dijk that we did, where we were playing pretty decent for a spell. Into Milan, the Brighton wins. It didn't really help us. We couldn't do anything good in the second half until the last 10 minutes when we really, really pushed, except for a few bright moments from Wirtz. I mean, I'm thinking of when Burnley had the throw-in in the corner just before they scored, about 5 minutes before, right in the corner of near their own goal, and we just played out as easy as pie. Honestly, as easy as pie, like a hot knife through butter. It just went straight through Liverpool's team, straight to the other end of the pitch. And we try and do it. It's like trying to cut butter with something not very sharp. A piece of paper mache. I don't even know. I can't even think. I'm out of ideas. I'm out of my wits' end with these guys. Jones, was he any better than Szoboszlai? Probably not. 3. Wirtz, by an absolute country fucking mile, our best player. Like literally, it's not even close. He's streets ahead. Streets don't even do it justice. Motorways. He's motorways ahead. But for any Americans watching, he's highways ahead of anyone else on our team. His brain operates on a different level. It's like that film. What was that film that came out years ago, where the whole premise was you have this pill and you unlock the other 98% capacity of your brain that you don't use or something like that, and basically the person became like a genius or whatever and could do mad shit. That's how Wirtz plays compared to the rest of our team, except he's not had the 90% of your brain pill. He's just a normal level of football intelligence, and the rest of them are all bumbling idiots out there they are bumbling idiots out there on the pitch. He knows what he's going to do before he gets the ball. That's why his tempo is the only one who plays things fast. Because already before he receives the ball, he knows he's going to knock it around the corner. He's going to play a 1-2. He's going to dribble a bit. He's going to set the tempo with just an easy pass. He knows exactly what he's doing. The goal is fantastic. So decisive. Gets the ball out of his feet. Easy. Like so composed. Reverse finish. Whacks it in the top corner. Pick that one out. Brilliant. Nearly scored a second in the second half when the ball gets played into him and he takes a great first touch, holds off the defender, gets his shot, tried to just tap it in the corner. Dubravka makes a good save with his foot, close. Also then put one on a plate for Gakpo after he dribbled through the whole of Burnley's team in the box. Brilliant from Wirtz. A great performance, really, really was. And he did all of this whilst unbelievably, once again, unbelievably, you could not make this up. If I see this more, I honestly, the next time you see me, I'll be bored because I'll have pulled all my hair out, and not because I'm copying Arne Slot. My word. Florian Wirtz, once again, did not play number 10. He didn't. He didn't play number 10. Now, I know a lot of the time he's in the middle. That's because he was allowed to roam around, so maybe you could say that's what a number 10 would do. But he was playing right wing. You could see it. When Burnley had the ball, he was playing right wing, and sometimes when we had the ball, he was stood on the right wing. That is absolutely unforgivable. It's unforgivable to be playing him anywhere near the wing. And if you're going to play him on any wing, not the right one, please. So what we did was we played Wirtz right wing and let him come inside, so then Frimpong could go and play right wing. Well, it's just bananas. It's just absolutely berserk. Just play Szoboszlai on the right wing. We played Szoboszlai 8, Jones 10, and Wirtz right wing, but also 10, and Jones was also 8, and Frimpong was also right wing. Are you following? Are you confused? You will be. Wirtz was ace, though. He was ace. 8. He was really good. He's by far our best player. He's by far the best player on the pitch. Again, yeah, 8. Could have been a 9, to be honest. Ekitike, very quiet, except from the great work he does for the goal. I mean, great work. The ball goes long, he picks it out of the air, fights with the centre-back, beats him, gets down the line. There's no one in the box, so he has to have a shot. But it's great individual work. And this is something that I was saying, watching the game, that concerns me a lot, is we do not ever really score a goal where we create a chance from really good quality play from us. Our goals are always either a bit of individual brilliance, a mistake that we somehow capitalise on, or, God forbid, a set piece. I mean, not a corner, obviously, maybe a free kick or something mad. We never score a goal where we really carve up a team and you're like, wow, that was really fluid football. I mean, I watched United today against City. Michael Carrick, who by all accounts is a failed manager at Middlesbrough, has been in charge of United for 3 days. They played better football today than I've seen us play all season long against Man City. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Ekitike, massive problem we've got. Our strikers never touch the ball, ever. We had this problem with Isak earlier in the season when he started to play up front for us. We can't get our number 9 the ball when a team puts all their players behind the ball. And there's nothing wrong with a team doing that at Anfield, everybody. If I was bringing a team to Anfield as a manager, I would also tell my team to do exactly what Burnley did, exactly what many teams have done at Anfield this season. I'll tell them to play a 5-4-1, sit back and defend. Liverpool won't be able to break you down. If they do, they'll maybe do it once, twice, max. They will give you a chance, probably in the second half. I mean, how many times does it feel like we've watched that same game this season, guys? We play shit football for the first half. We're quite slow, but it's mostly okay. We're dominating the game in terms of possession. We score a goal, but never in the first half an hour. We never score in the first half an hour, so it's always a little while after the crowd gets frustrated and calls them to start playing faster. We might score. Okay, great, we've scored. We'll probably go on to win comfortably from here, right? Oh, of course not. What we do instead is we go even slower and slower and slower and slower until we're basically mummified as a team. And the other team grows in confidence and gets more and more and more chances, either from our individual errors, from us not being able to play out, from us letting the other team come back into the game, giving them set pieces. Take your pick. No matter what happens, though, they will always get a chance to score. More often than not, they'll score it. They score, and then all of a sudden, it's like all hands go on deck. We bring on, I've not even put Chiesa on the bench. That's how little impact he had and how much I can remember from that last 10 minutes when I was just fuming. I will do Chiesa at the end. What we'll do is we'll sub loads of random players on. In random positions, we'll just put loads of attackers on. Chiesa will come on for 5 minutes and we'll try desperately to score a goal, which never comes anymore, by the way. We never score last-minute winners, ever, anymore, because we're just not very good at attacking. Does that sound familiar? Score a goal, let the other team back into it, play dead slow football, and then desperately throw everybody on the pitch to try and salvage it and never do? That's Arne Slot football in the year 2026, my friends. 4 draws out of 4 in the league in 2026, and our striker never touches the ball. So as a result, Ekitike gets a 5 or a 6. 6. It was a good play for the goal. Gakpo. Oh, Gakpo. Oh, mate. It's funny. If you don't laugh, you will actually cry with Cody Gakpo. I mean, what on earth is he doing? Is his confidence just as low as it could ever be? Or is he just shit? Is he just shit? He might just be shit. I mean, does he do anything good? I think I've asked that in previous videos with Gakpo. Today, gets the ball. Couple of times in the first half he had it. What does he do? Of course, cuts inside and has a shot. But the thing is, he doesn't even do that well anymore. It gets blocked 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10 because he's got no explosiveness. He can't beat his man at all, ever. And that's also why we struggle so much against low blocks. It's because our wingers, which in this game were Gakpo and nobody, but it was sort of Frimpong, can't beat a man. Now, Frimpong can beat a man, so when he plays on the wing, that's why we've looked a bit better. from an attacking sense in recent weeks, and Frimpong has been getting loads of credit. If we had a pacey winger on the other side, like, I don't know, Luis Diaz, Sadio Mane, someone like, they sound familiar, we'd be a lot better because we could actually, beat a man, pull some players out of position. It's so easy otherwise for the other teams. They put all the players behind the ball. We just slowly pass it side to side, slow, unless it goes to Wirtz, who tries to create something. If not, it goes out to Gakpo on the wing. Kerkez will run round him. Gakpo won't pass him it. He'll come inside, he'll have a shot, it'll get blocked. Or he'll pass the ball back to Gravenberch, who will then pass it to Szoboszlai and have a shot that also gets blocked. That's how we play. That's it. And it's rubbish. To be honest, I'm sick of it. I'm bored of it. It's boring watching us. And Gakpo epitomises it. This guy is Arne Slot's illegitimate son. I've seen him called all sorts online. Gakpo, Kakpo, Crapco. I've just made that one up. I quite like it. He's rubbish. He gets brought off for Rio, he's basically a fetus, and he's better. I mean, he's better today, right now, this day and age. He is a better footballer than Cody Gakpo, who for me gets a 2 as well. He was absolutely shocking. Rio came on, and now, whilst he wasn't amazing, he's more threatening than Gakpo is in a year of Sundays. He is, honestly. Has a new haircut, a little bit longer, looks like Elise. I hope he grows into the player Elise is. Fuck me, he's good. First thing he did, as soon as he got the ball, as soon as he got it, first time, he just didn't slow down, ran directly at his man, beat him, got a cross in. Now, nothing came of it. In fact, a chance did come. It was the one where Jones flashed it across and Ekitike almost got it to tap it in. That's what came of it. But the point is, he doesn't slow it down. He doesn't go back on his right foot. He just directly squares up his fullback, runs at him and crosses the ball in. That's what you need. That's what you need. He also plays some really punchy passes into the box. There was one to Ekitike right towards the end. He dribbles at players, tries to take them on, tries to beat them. He's honestly better than Gakpo is right now. I'm deadly serious. And he's not amazing today by any means, but it's not his fault. He's, like I said, 2 weeks old. He's just learned to walk. 6. McAllister. Oh, the artist formerly known as McAllister, maybe. I mean, like a fish up a tree, he just didn't belong on that pitch today. He didn't belong there. It was just, he came on, the first touch he had is a great chance. The ball falls to him in the box, got a great chance to shoot. Come on, McAllister, this is it. Miles over the bar. Miles over. Landed on Mars. I mean, all them fellas in the crowd, they had to put a warning out because a bomb was dropping on him. And it's actually just McAllister's shot. It's shocking. Then he had one, last kick of the game. The ball forced him into the box. It's bouncing ball on his left foot, and he thinks, do you know what? I've got a bright idea, guys. Guess what I'm going to do now? I'm going to volley this. And everyone's like, no, McAllister, no. You've had 2 shots already from range. One went over the bar by Miles, and one trickled like a pea to the goalkeeper. No, please don't do it. Wallace and Gromit no. And then Macca's like, no, I am. I'm gonna do it. And everyone's like crying. It's absolute pandemonium. And he does, unleashes the shot, and the ball, sure as shit, goes miles over the bar. I mean, did it even go out the ground? It could have. It was awful. And that just really capped off the performance. That was like a little chef's kiss. Like when you go to a fancy restaurant, like a really fancy one, and at the end of your meal, they come over and they give you like a little, I don't know, I've never been to one of these restaurants, but they give you like something really fancy, just have a little nibble on. That's like it leaves a sweet little taste in your mouth after the game. Like, that was the perfect thing I needed to finish that meal. Just a McAllister stupid shot. Oh, magnifique. He was rubbish. 3. And we brought Robbo on as well. And this is the state of our squad. And this is where you can give Slot a little bit of sympathy. We desperately need a goal in a game. He has to bring on a 17-year-old winger, a midfielder who has been the better part of crap this season, and about a 59-year-old left-back. That's what he brings on. Oh, and then Chiesa. Obviously, we'll do Chiesa after this. Yeah, I mean, I honestly feel bad every time I rate Robbo. He put a few crosses in, they were okay. He touched the ball out of play more often than not. Watching him try and take a throw in is genuinely a torturous experience. They should, if we've got any prisoners knocking around who need torturing, I've got the method for you here. Just make Robbo take throw-ins. Make him watch it. It's honestly, it makes you want to pull your eyes out your head. Yeah, awful. But not quite the impact that deserves anything bad. So 5. Right, and Chiesa, who we've put on the board now as well. Listen, he came on the pitch. He had a massive black eye. That has to be because he asked Slot if he could play, and Slot just nutted him, just headbutted him square in the eyeball. I've got nothing else to say about Chiesa. It's ridiculous that we bring him on with 5 minutes to go. A, because he's crap. B, because that surely can't be our plan. What I will say is, on a completely unrelated note, I watched Django Unchained last night. First time ever in my life. It was absolutely brilliant. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it, but I'm sure you all have. It was ace. And it was much better than that load of crap. So yes, that is it, everybody. They are the player ratings. I do hope you did enjoy them. If you did enjoy them, please do leave a like on the video. We're trying to get to 30 likes on all of the videos. So if you can help me hit that mark by clicking the like button, that would be amazing. Thank you very much. We're also trying to get to 500 subscribers. We are getting very, very close by the day to 400. So if you can click subscribe, that would be amazing as well. Podcast listeners, 5-star rating and reviews. Look out, guys, for TGS Radio Live. I may go live right after this, to be honest, to discuss Slot, discuss the team with you, anything like that. Look out for that. Yeah, leave in the comments below. What do you think of the performance? What do you think of Slot, Liverpool, the players, anybody, anything? I will do a tactical analysis of that video, so I'll speak to you then, if not on Radio Live. Guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Don't let that load of shite ruin it. It's honestly, it doesn't deserve it. Hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'll speak to you all very soon. Goodbye.